Welcome back, Guardians, to another weapon guide. Today we're going to talk about one of the new Beyond Light weapons you can get from doing various strikes in the game. Today we're going to talk about the new shotgun, the Xenoclast 4. So the Xenoclast 4 is a new shotgun you can get from strike completions. It's a lightweight frame shotgun, meaning it has superb handling and you move faster with this weapon equipped, making it really damn good for Crucible, even if there are better options out there such as the Fellwinter Sly. But if you don't have the Fellwinter Sly, then the Xenoclast 4 might be something you might be interested in. Outside of that, it's also an arc energy weapon, meaning you have your primary kinetic slot still available for other weapons such as, I don't know, some cool steady hand action, or even maybe you use Sturm, or maybe even Ace of Spades. Well, you can use whatever you want, but this is an energy shotgun, meaning your kinetic slot is up for customization. As for its weapon stats, well, it has pretty generic stats. Its impact and its handling are its highest. Everything else averages about 50 to 60, so overall it's pretty decent. It fires 80 rounds per minute and can hold 7 rounds in the magazine. Or here it's the chamber, I guess. Well, same thing, I guess. It has really low zoom, which is to be expected with a shotgun, but what really is nice with this also is that it has a fairly decent amount of aim assist, coming in at 44. However, let's talk about the zoom a little bit. Even though it's pretty low, you're still not going to ADS most of the time, and you're just going to hip fire since, well, it's a shotgun. You don't really need to ADS with a shotgun up close. And with that being said, I want to talk a little bit about this potential in both PvE and PvP. To start off with PvP, it's actually not that bad. I've been having pretty fun with it, although I always get outrange with Fellwinters. This is a nice option to have. And as always with shotguns in PvP, you're gonna focus on range, and this is no exception to that rule. So to start off with this weapon, I would say full choke if you ADS, but I don't really ADS, so I would go with rifled barrel. Rifled barrel gives you more range, which in the end is really nice. Secondly, I would go with accurate rounds because, well, more range is awesome, more range makes you happy, and this is no exception. You're gonna want more range here as well. For the third tier, I would say slide shot, since this gives you more range, more stability, and reloads a little bit of your weapon, making this a really good aggressive perk to use in those intense PvP situations. For the fourth and final tier, well, there's a lot of different perks to use here. I would personally go with Whirlpool Weapon because this feels like it gives me the most value, since now you're going to be able to kill super active guardians a lot quicker. You could also go for Killing Wind if you want that instead, but this is kind of your own decision. I would go with Whirlpool because, well, I like Whirlpool. It's a nice perk overall. So to just quickly recap, we're going to go with Rifled Barrel, Accurate Rounds, Slide Shot, and Whirlpool Weapon for PvP. For PvE, we're going to still focus on range, but here we're going to go a little bit more on the stability side. And to start off with that, we're going to go with full choke, since here you actually have time to ADS, and you also want this to work with 1-2 punch. So we're going to go with full choke followed by assault mag, which gives you more stability and a faster fire rate, which is pretty nice. For the third tier, well, I would go with auto-loading holster because auto-loading holster is always nice to have. And finally, we're gonna go with 1-2 punch, making our full choke choice really viable, and also making it so we get increased melee damage after each shot, making this a potentially deadly weapon in PvE. And with that being said, what do I think of the actual gun? Well, I really like the Xenoclast. I've been getting a lot of them, although with not really that many good perks, but I do have one with 1-2 punch and auto-loading, and I can tell you right now it's one of the most fun shotguns I've been using in the game for a while. And although there are some good weapons in the new raid, I feel like the Xenoclast is a good all-around weapon that's easy to acquire and is new in the game. So if you haven't gotten the Xenoclast yet, then definitely try and get it. And as for PvP, well, it's not really that bad. It works like any other shotgun. You're not gonna feel like it's better than anything else. You're not really gonna feel like it's worse than anything else either. But unfortunately, it's not a Fellwinter Sly. And Fellwinter Sly kind of dominates the PvP meta right now. And with that being said, I want to ask you guys a question, and that is, what do you think about the Xenoclast 4? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, if you did enjoy the video, then liking the video and subscribing to the channel is a great way to stay up to date on all the latest uploads. It's also a great way to support this channel itself. And finally, I want to wish you the very best of your day. And as always, this is TCSpectre signing off.